what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life.
Hello and welcome to Richard's Life's Adventures. Now we're getting to the end of the internal build of the van. Still got some bits to tidy up underneath the garage, under the bed area, and these manky back doors. Now I have still got the ply lining for what came with the van originally. Now they're ideal for a little template. Now they don't quite fit as well as I'd like them to fit, so I like to get this area here a bit more of a sharper radius, just so it took a bit more into the door corner, and then I want them a bit wider, so that the door cards nearly meet on the inside. Now you still always shut the left hand door before the right hand door, so I can come over covering the seal, so I can come out to about there, sticking it out, and then the other door, when it comes to and shuts, it will have a smaller gap rather than having a massive gap, because then what I want to do is put a Volkswagen emblem over the two halves of the door with the emblem cut down the middle and carpet over it to make it all look embossed into the carpet, and then you'll see it down the van. So I'm going to get started on seeing where this old door card wants some fine tuning and modifications, and then I'll set about marking it out on my new ply line. So let's get to it. Right, so we'll put that up there, and I think that's roughly where it was before, as you can see from the screw hole. Now, as you can see here, if you can see under my arm there, I want to come out another inch. Maybe I'll get a tape measure and measure that in a second. And then right at the top corner, I just want to radius that over a bit sharper, just to make it fill that corner. Everywhere else it's pretty good. Around that catch as well, at the top corner there, I want to cover that catch a bit more. I don't want to see that from the inside, so I might even bring it straight over and radius the other way and just cover it totally with a little notch for the striker to go in. So I'm going to mark this one out on the new ply lining now, and then I'll modify the shape of this to suit. But first I'm going to measure how much wider I do actually want it. Okay, so I've marked out or measured how big I want extra width, and I want 30mm on it. So I'll mark out some lines, 30mm. Where I want to start the other one, so I'll lay it on there on the line. Right, so I want to be on them lines like that. If I cut down that side or mark that side, I know it's 30mm wide. So I'll just double check that. So I'll clamp that down now, and then I'll get marking it up. Right, so in the top corner where I want it a tighter bend, I've held this card up and marked in the top passenger corner, and I'll cut that out and I'll lay that over the lines, and hopefully that line and that line will line up, which gives a different radius. I'll line that up with that, slide it back until it lines up with this side, tweak it about until the two lines line up. Now it's not going to be much different, but while I've got the chance to make it better, I will. So I mean, look, not a lot, but it just gets rid of that ugly edge in the corner. Right, this end here, this is where the striker catches. So for now, I'm just going to mark it out straight. Like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a template of how much I need to cut out here in order to clear the striker. Okay, it's not a lot because the door actually goes up higher, but you've got the seal that goes around, so the striker actually comes up about here. I've just got to clear a little notch. So I've marked up to the end of where I want the wood, which is the edge of the seal. Put a little mark there, little mark there. And how far does that come down? Well, that's only about 7mm. Let's do 10mm just to play it safe. There. Now this ain't quite square because that actually ramps up. The roof is rounded, if you know what I mean. So that is not square to this wood. Look, if you look, it actually ramps up and down and so on. So there we go. So I'll follow that line round there instead of that one. Follow that line instead of that one. Now normally I would radius that off, but because I want the two doors to come together and almost lose the joint, I don't want to be radiusing that off. However, down at the bottom, here, I do want to radius that off to a similar radius to all the others, because I'm going to be loading in and out the garage and I've got more chance of catching it. So if I round that off, it'll be good. Now I just double checked this, checked I was happy with this. Now let me move you a bit closer. There. Right, so looking at it, it wants to come over by about 5mm and then lean out to about 10mm extra, and then that radius wants to be slightly different, just to make it nice and neater, which means I've got to redo this line. But let me get my pen. Right, so as you can see, I've modified the line. At this stage I might as well make it as perfect as I can. So I'll get cutting that out and fine tune it with some sandpaper. Right, so there it is, crudely cut out at the minute. So what I'm going to do is test it in place, make sure it's all right. If it's okay, I'll just give it a sand off and smooth out. If it's not alright, I'll make the modifications where I need to. So let's get testing. Pretty good to me.
You're happy?
Yeah, what I need to do is just bang a couple of screws in and shut the door, just make sure it's exactly where I want it. Right, so I've got that one in. I've marked where the door's going to be for my Volkswagen emblem to get an idea of where it's going to be. Fitted the old one back in just so I can measure how big extra I've got to make it, which is looking about 10 mil, but I'm going to measure that first and then I'll do the same as how I did that. Then I'm going to do something different with the door opener, because obviously we've got the bed and I can't reach the door handle to open the bed. If there's ever an emergency, we need to get out the back doors in the night. So I'm thinking of making a bracket and putting like a choke cable like you'd have on a car, and you'd pull it and then the door would open. So just going to make this bit here and then I'll worry about the cable after. Right, after much fine tuning, I got the gap just right, and that's 5.5 mil gap in the middle. Trying to fine tune the bits around the top there, it's difficult. Made a bit of a boo-boo and I forgot. You see where I did that blue line and I went straight across? Well, I just drew around the old one, didn't I, and cut it like a daft sod. So I've had to glue it, staple it and everything like that. I've put a thin 3 mil board on the back and glued that, clamped it and everything like that. I put the foil tape on there as well just to hold it while it was gluing, and I've decided to leave the foil tape on. It's going to be carpeted anyway. But I've marked out where the bed was, equaled it out centre. Obviously that door is wider than that door, so the centre of the badge or logo doesn't go in centre of the door. Now I could make it look right and move it over, but then it won't be centre of the bed. Scallop out, and I think that'll fill it quite nice. So I'll get making the VW logo. You'll see that next, and then I'll get it fitted, and then I'll make a start and carpeted and giving everything a fine tune of sanding and stuff. So yeah, see you in a bit. Alright guys, so we're going to put this on the back doors and carpet over it. So we got a template, paper template made out of a Volkswagen logo. I've spray adhesived it to some 9mm ply, and then I've made a start on cutting it out. Forgive me, I forgot to pick up the camera, but I've done a drill hole on each internal radius just to give me the radius, so I haven't got to try and file it in, and then I'm just going down the lines with a jigsaw, and then I'll neaten it up with some sandpaper. But as you know, with carpet it odds, a multitude of sins anyway. So I'll get cracking on and you'll see what I'm doing. Right, so that's it, all cut out. Now I've just got to go around sanding the edges, radius off the external corners, and then I'll split it in half. And half will be on one door on the internal side, and the other half will be on the other door on the internal side. And then you carpet over it, and it'll make it all look embossed. Little top tip, if you're jigsawing, any of your rough cuts of Celotex, just keep that, and then your blade just goes in there. You haven't got to try and find the edge of a table or anything like that, you just keep cutting. So that's it. I'll just get sanding now and get ready to mount it to my ply line back doors before carpeting. Right, so I've split the VW sign in half. Now, because that door's wider, as I said before, I can't mount this centre because it'd throw this distance, and on the other door throw the distance out, and that needs to be centre of the van so it gives the right feel as you look down the van. So I've knocked it off centre a bit here to that line, that's the centre of the van, and then mounted the sign in that centre line, and then chopped it in that, and it's glued and secured to that. What I'm doing now is I'm sanding that paper off, because obviously when I carpet it, it's only going to glue as well as that paper is, and if that paper starts releasing, then the carpet will start releasing. So I'm just going to sand it off just to like this. Then I can give the whole thing a final sand down, rounding off all the radiuses, and then I'll start carpeting then. It's looking good. It look nice when you look down the van and see that. There we have it, guys. That's the first door card carpeted. I used a lot of glue around this bit to try and make sure it all went into all the nooks and crannies, but it is quite difficult because when you stretch it into one corner it wants to release from the other, so you've got to sort of stretch both sides at the same time, which is difficult. And in there it was really bad, so I clamped a bit of wood that was a tight fit, clamped it in there, and it stretched both sides at the same time. Then I think it's come out alright. Proof is in the pudding, so they say, so see what it fits like. If it fits alright, then we're good to go. Right, so that back door is all on. I've just got to change out these white screw caps to some grey ones when I order some off Amazon. It'll look a lot better. I've got loads of white screw caps throughout the van and they've all got to be swapped out for grey. Finally got our sticker board, so we're going to set about putting some stickers on our door because we didn't want them on the back of the fridge, we wanted them here. And there we have it, guys. So I've done the driver's side door, the right and rear door, carpeted that exactly the same manner as I did that one. I've still got to put the extra, I'm going to put some sort of cable in there or there just to pull an emergency so I can get out if there's any emergency we need to get out the back doors. But yeah, that looks really nice. Still got to swap the screw caps over for some grey ones. I've got numerous amount of them that I need to swap out. We're off to a wedding this weekend, so it'll be nice and cosy in this bedroom area now, and I think that looks really nice. So I'll take you around now to the door open situation so you get to see what it looks like from there. That's the passenger side door. Looks very neat. Started to put our stickers on. Give us a thumbs up or a comment if you spot yourself. Got some good stickers on there, so we're making our way through collecting stickers and putting them on. So that's our sticker wall on the back door, on the passenger door. This is the driver's door. So I've got that emblem up there, that half. This hatch here is just so I can get to this cable. This is the cable that goes down to the lock, and then what I'll do is I'll put a door on there with a screw top and bottom, so I can just remove the screws if ever I need to get to that. And I put that because I'll never when I put a pull thing like you get on a rally car, fire extinguisher, emergency pull cord thing, or a choke cord cable or something like that, you just pull it and away it goes. So that'll go down behind there, and then I'll make a connector block to connect it to there. Well, I'll never do that before fitting the door, so I thought, well, I might as well make it easier and create another little door there. And then I'm going to make like a moulded bit and carpet that, so it all looks flush for the pull cord, so it'll be a block of wood all shaved in and nice, and carpet that and it'll look all nice. I'm going to put another sticker board there, similar size to the passenger side one, and then the doors, when I leave them open at shows and things like that, people can see what stickers I've got. So hopefully that looks okay. Let me know in the comments if you like it. So anyway, that about wraps up our back doors. Next stage of the back doors is to do the emergency pull cord, so join us soon when we'll start doing that. We've got a few weekends away. This weekend we've got a wedding to go to. Next weekend we're away at Cromer with Bertie Bus, so tune in next week when you see what we get up to with Bertie Bus. But anyway, if you like what you've seen, please like, please subscribe, and please share. And if you really feel like it, click that little bell icon and you'll get to see all our future videos. And on that note, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light.